welcome back to Korean action cinema, a world of relentless violence, revenge, and survival where every film hits like a punch to the soul. From brutal hand-to-hand combat to jaw-dropping gun-fu action, these films don't just compete with Hollywood, they dominate. Korean cinema has delivered some of the most insane action films ever made. Whether it's intense fight choreography or gripping storylines, they've got it all. So today, I've put together a list of the top 10 Korean action movies of all time that you absolutely need to watch. Let's jump right in. Number 10. Deliver Us from Evil. Deliver Us from Evil is a tale of two killers, one seeking redemption, the other seeking revenge. The story follows In Nam, a retired assassin who is forced back into the underworld after a personal tragedy pulls him to Thailand. What unfolds is a brutal chase between predator and prey, as a psychotic killer named Ray tracks him down with savage precision. Where In Nam is precise, calculated, and professional, Ray is chaotic, merciless, and utterly unpredictable. Their paths collide in a breathtaking seaside restaurant showdown, knife fights, close-range gun battles, and desperate escapes. Deliver Us from Evil is a dark, stylish thriller where every punch lands with emotional weight and every stare between its two legendary leads promises violence. Number 9. The Killer, A Girl Who Deserves to Die. This film delivers pure, stylish action with a cold-blooded edge. It follows a retired assassin who just wanted a quiet life until he's forced to protect a teenage girl caught in a web of human trafficking. The plot is straightforward: a man with a violent past saving a girl. But the film pours all its energy into jaw-dropping action sequences. What begins as a simple favor explodes into a relentless massacre. The action is slick and efficient, with brutal hand-to-hand combat and precise gunplay, as the protagonist dismantles entire criminal networks with chilling calm. If you're a fan of the John Wick style of filmmaking, you will love The Killer. It's pure, adrenaline-fueled film, a must-watch for anyone craving intense, well-crafted action. Number 8. The Villainess. One of the most visually insane action films ever made. The story follows a female assassin raised in bloodshed, seeking revenge against those who destroyed her life. The Villainess is an adrenaline shot straight to the heart. It's famous for its kinetic action sequences, especially its legendary first-person combat scene that throws you directly into the chaos. From that moment on, the film never slows down, delivering one jaw-dropping set piece after another. A breathtaking motorcycle sword fight slices through the screen with pure cinematic insanity. Inspired by Kill Bill, it fuses style, rage, and beauty into a hyper-violent spectacle. Number 7. No Tears for the Dead. This emotional action thriller blends guilt with explosive violence. It centers on a hitman haunted by a tragic mistake during a mission. Assigned to eliminate the last witness, a grieving mother, he instead chooses to protect her. What follows is a high-stakes clash against his own organization. The action is intense and gritty, featuring chaotic shootouts and emotional confrontations that hit just as hard as the bullets. Explosive gun battles, sniper attacks, and relentless chases turn the film into a non-stop fight for survival, soaked in tension and heartbreak. Number 6. The Suspect. A relentless spy thriller packed with brutal fights, insane chases, and non-stop tension that proved Korean action cinema could rival Hollywood blockbusters. The Suspect follows a former North Korean special agent who becomes the target of a deadly nationwide manhunt after being framed for murder. With assassins and enemies closing in, he must fight to uncover the truth behind a dangerous conspiracy. Powered by Gong Yoo's fierce performance, this movie delivers pure action cinema from start to finish. Brutal hand-to-hand combats explode in tight corridors. High-speed car chases tear through crowded streets with pure chaos and destruction. Every escape sequence is packed with tension, gunfire, and non-stop pursuit. This Korean spy thriller shocked audiences with its scale, speed, and explosive energy. Number 5. Train to Busan. Train to Busan is a perfect blend of genres, fusing heart-pounding action, gripping thriller tension, and raw emotional drama into one relentless ride. The film follows passengers trapped on a speeding train during a zombie outbreak. As the infection spreads, survival becomes a desperate fight. The zombies are not slow. They are fast, ferocious, and utterly terrifying. The action is claustrophobic and relentless, with characters battling through tight corridors filled with chaos, fear, and heartbreak. Every moment hits harder as human bonds are tested under extreme pressure. If you think a zombie movie can't be beautiful, devastating, and pulse-pounding all at once, you haven't stepped aboard this train. And trust me, you'll never want to get off. Number 4. The Witch. Part 1. The Subversion. The Witch starts as a slow-burn mystery, then explodes into hyper-violent action. The film lulls you into calm, then flips the switch with ruthless precision. A seemingly fragile girl with amnesia becomes something far more terrifying and unstoppable. What follows is a jaw-dropping eruption of hyper-violent action that hits like a lightning strike. Bodies drop, bullets fly, and every movement feels sharp, fast, and merciless. The final act is absolute carnage, one unstoppable force tearing through waves of enemies with chilling ease. It's not just action, it's domination, cold, calculated, and brutal. The Witch is the sweetest face delivering the most savage violence Korean cinema has ever made. Number 3. I Saw the Devil. This film didn't just shock audiences, it traumatized them. A secret agent hunts down the psychopath who murdered his pregnant fiancée. But instead of killing him quickly, he traps him in an endless cycle of capture, torture, and release. The action is vicious and uncomfortable, filled with raw violence that blurs the line between justice and madness. I Saw the Devil is 144 minutes of pure, unforgiving darkness, where the hero becomes a monster and the villain keeps coming back for more. The world had never seen revenge this cold, this brutal, and this emotionally exhausting. You will finish it feeling dirty. You will never forget it. Number 2. The Man from Nowhere. Before John Wick, there was a quiet pawn shop owner who formed a bond with a young girl. When she is kidnapped by a ruthless crime syndicate, he unleashes unstoppable fury. This film is a near-perfect blend of emotion and action. When the action hits, it hits hard. The fight scenes are raw, visceral, and perfectly executed. The Man from Nowhere shocked global audiences by blending heartbreaking tenderness with one of the most savage knife fights ever filmed. The hallway scene, a single man carving through an army of gangsters, became instant legend. But the real shock? You'll cry as much as you cheer. This is the film that proved Korean action heroes don't just fight. They bleed, break, and love so deeply that violence becomes poetry. Number 1. Oldboy. No Korean action movie has ever shocked the world like Oldboy. A man imprisoned for 15 years in a hotel room, released with no explanation, given 5 days to find his captor. Then comes the hallway fight. A single, unbroken shot of hammer-swinging, bone-crunching brutality that redefined action cinema forever. But the true shock isn't the violence, it's the ending. A twist so devastating, so morally grotesque, that audiences walked out of theaters in stunned silence. Oldboy didn't just shock global audiences, it shattered them. And 20 years later, nothing has come close. And there you have it, 10 explosive masterpieces that redefined action and left global audiences stunned. These aren't just movies, they're experiences that punch, slice, and burn their way into your memory. Which one shook you the most? Tell me below, and don't forget to subscribe, because more high-impact countdowns are coming your way. Until next time, stay ready for the next cinematic shockwave.